I'm so excited. My next guest is Dr. Maria Zanandrea. She's a former South American high jump champion. She's a record holder and a 3-time Olympian. Today, she's a college professor with a PhD in exercise science, as well as a private coach for elite high jumpers. Maria, welcome to Athletes Corner.
Thank you, Bruce.
Let's talk a little bit about the Olympics. When were you in the Olympics, by the way?
1972 as a volleyball player, in Munich, 1976 in Montreal, and as a high jumper in 1980 also in Moscow as a high jumper.
Does it seem like just yesterday?
It seems like yesterday, and it becomes today when I hear that the Olympic anthem. Right.
Let's talk about Max for a minute. How did you get involved with this company?
I was coaching one day Ryan Scott, Steve Scott's son, and Steve came to talk to me about this product, Max, and I listened to him. I was more tuned to his son, but I listened to him. The next day we met, he came back and had a box of Max in his hands, and he gave it to me. He said, "Start taking." And I thought, okay, I'll try. I am a researcher, I'm curious, and I read about it and knew that it would not do anything bad for me, and I thought, why not? It's free. And so I started taking. Typical athlete, right. So I started taking and didn't see anything different. Have always been in tune with my body. Didn't see anything different. About 2 months later, I start noticing that I had more energy in the morning. I was less sore. I could focus better, and I thought to myself, what is it? Something is different here. And as a 55-year-old, I know that my metabolism is going down. Physiologically, I'm getting older, not older, but more mature. and the things are starting to slow down. Not I know. I don't know about you. You're still young. So it started to be different. And so one day I asked Ryan, I said, Ryan is Steve's son. I said, are you still taking Max? He said, oh yeah, faithfully. And I said, how do you feel? And we start comparing the before and after feelings, and I kind of identified some of mine with his, and start paying attention a little bit more. Then my box ended, and I just thought with myself, oh, I will move on without it. Yes, within a month of it, I could feel some differences, kind of coming back, being more tired in the morning, sore, because I do between 10 and 12 hours a day of exercise between practices and moving around with my athletes and demonstrating to my students. And so Steve came and said, are you still on Max? I said, no, we ended. Said, oh, I bring some more box, and he did. So I haven't, until today, I haven't missed a day.
Maria, so many athletes are going to be skeptical. In a nutshell, what do you tell them after your experience and your personal experience on the product? What would you say to them today? Well,
it depends on their age. For example, if they are young athletes, I would tell the story of Ryan and how Max is working for him. And if the athlete is my age, in the master's level, I would relate my story. I do 3 miles every morning. I run 3 miles every morning. I lift weight 3 times a week. I do an hour of flexibility a day. I teach 6-7 hours a day. And at the end of the day, I still have energy, and I'm still ready to go, which didn't used to be like that. By 3 o'clock, I was very much ready for a nap. Today, I have it. I can continue going, and I attribute that to Max. That's in my life. And try it even for a month. I did, and the benefits were there, and I'm not going to stop.
Now, with the results that you've had from using the product, do you tell people about it? Are you willing to share your information, or to keep it secret for your own athletes?
No, not really. I think when it relates to the benefits of something that can give it to you, I'm a teacher. I share. I don't know how many athletes are going to be watching this broadcast or this conversation between the two of us, but I don't want them to go through the what if that I go through today, because I often wonder if Max would be available then when I was working 6, 7, 8 hours a day, working out 6, 7, 8 hours a day. I wonder how much higher I would have jumped. And since Max is available today, I think athletes, young athletes, should try and don't wonder.
There's been a lot of talk about recovery times for these athletes when they're using the Max product. Do you see that in your athletes, that recovery time? Can you push them a little harder sometimes if they're using this product?
Yes, yes. I see, for example, Ryan comes and I do push him really hard. He comes to practice and I don't think he knows what is waiting for him. He has those two bright blue eyes, and I just keep thinking to myself, sometimes I tell Maddie, I said, oh, he doesn't know what's coming. And I know that I can push a little harder, because I know that the next day when I call him and ask him how he's feeling, he says, oh, great, ready to go. I'm excited, coach. I'm ready to go. So I know that Max is at work there, because I have been there. And I knew that after 5, 6, 7 hours of work, the next morning, you can't say that because everything hurt. Not hurt, but you're sore everywhere. And you're tired, and you are kind of overloaded, and you have to start all over again.
Do you see some major differences in some of the athletes that are taking the Max product and some that are not?
One of the differences that I feel is that Ryan is right on target. In 1 year, he improved 9 inches in high jump, and
that's good.
And that's good. Max has put him back into that string of good workouts. If you don't have a good workout, chances are you are not going to assimilate what the coach says. You're not going to be able to internalize and then perform. And he is in tune.
To find out more about Max International, our products, and our opportunity, talk to the person who introduced you to Max GXL TV.
Max is like the opportunity to change your life to me.
Max means everything to me when I realize and understand how important quality of life is.